You consider yourself to be a lone wolf? You're probably not alone. There are a lot of us out there. The whole concept of being a lone wolf, I think in a lot of ways has probably been misunderstood. I kind of got thinking about this whole topic after posting about yesterday's video, and you can check that one out more too when it comes to personality tests. Once you dive into the world of these personality tests, you get into, you know, if a person's an introvert, if they're an extrovert, and then there's all these different attributes that can be broken down from there. And some of it's quite fascinating, of course. Like I said in the video yesterday, you don't want to get too caught up in it and then use that as something that just kind of, you know, boxes you in. And then you kind of think, well, that's it. You're done. No, that's not the case. You're always growing, you're always developing, and I do think that a person's personality can shift over time. That includes being a lone wolf. I would definitely call myself, or have called myself, a lone wolf in the past, and it's something that it's not like I wore it as a badge of honor. Maybe at some level I probably did. You know, the whole idea of just being, you know, self-reliant and being able to just kind of figure things out on your own. One of the downsides with being the lone wolf type of person is that, you know, that is one of the things, is that you don't ask for help when you might need it, because you just tend to want to figure things out on your own. Part of it is that, yeah, maybe you don't want to burden other people. Maybe you don't always want to be out there to help people. You know, you don't want to have to be in a position where you're going to be, you know, have to reciprocate to somebody else. Or you're going to have to be, you know, obligated to somebody else down the road. And that's something that I think that a person kind of grows out of over time, if they want to. I think a person has to make some conscious efforts to do that. I guess you have to decide if that's a good thing or not, or maybe it just is what it is. I just kind of think it is what it is. It's not that I'm exclusively a lone wolf. There's lots of times where, yeah, I like to get together with friends. I like to talk with people all the time, and just kind of, start a conversation and see where it goes. Kind of like these videos in a lot of ways. Just start the camera, see what comes out. I don't think that a person really is totally a lone wolf. I think it's just more of a might be more of a need to perhaps expand some comfort zones, get comfortable with different speeds of work, working with different types of people. I kind of like to move my own speed. You know, I don't want to feel like I'm dragging anybody along behind me, and I also don't want to feel like I'm dragging other people down. So I just kind of like to do my thing. So what could being a lone wolf look like as a family member, for example? In my house, I've got a wife and two daughters. Oldest one has moved out now, and so, but for, you know, about the better part of 20 years, there was me and three women in my house, you know, of varying ages, let's just say. You want a lone wolf situation? Well, there's one, because, yeah, you know, I guess maybe I kind of grew up with a different philosophy on things. I think if you were to ask my wife and my kids, my personality as a father, and this may or may not be good, but I probably would have been considered maybe a little too stoic, a little too distant as a father. My primary objective was to make sure that they grew up as, you know, to become independent adults and contributing adults. For me, the focus was less on fun, I guess, which is kind of an old-fashioned way of going about things. So, yeah, maybe not super fun. We took trips though, you know, because I believe you know, travel is an important thing to do, and it's an important way to expand horizons. So, you know, things that you know, we probably would have spent money more on travel than on, you know, going to amusement parks and things like that. We never went to Disney. Disney's not my thing. Everything I've heard about or read about at Disney, is, it's great for people that like it, but for me, not my kind of thing. Crowds, big lineups, those are things that naturally, as an introvert and as a lone wolf, turns me right off. Like, forget it. No way. You want to talk about a road trip to the mountains? That is my kind of thing. So that's not for everybody. So really, I think the whole lone wolf label is more of a self-imposed thing and kind of a self-limiting thing too, from what I've found. So I think I used to use that as an excuse in a lot of ways for a lot of things. I would use that as an excuse to exclude myself from some things. So I'm trying to think of some examples. I can't. That's kind of a general sense that I get as I kind of think about it while I'm talking here. Being a lone wolf, so to speak, the label of it is, I don't even know if it even really applies, because well, look at this whole channel here, the YouTube channel, for me to talk to an unknown number of people through a channel, and not only that, but the unknown numbers that could see this 5 or 10 years down the road and just look at this and think, oh well, this is stupid. That kind of thing really is uncharacteristic of somebody that would be a lone wolf. So I think I've probably kind of ditched that. I'm going to wrap it up here. What are your thoughts on that? Are you a lone wolf yourself? Are there things that you think that you maybe need to evolve a little bit, or need to maybe grow past? Do you live with one? And what are your thoughts on that? What's life like for you, living with a lone wolf? Does your lone wolf sit in his bunker for the whole day, days on end? I've probably done that a couple of times. I know I've done that a few times. Share your thoughts on that, everybody. And if you can, please, if you're interested, please take a moment to like and subscribe to the channel. Click that little bell. So I am going to wrap it up there. You all take care. See you in the next video, and bye for now.